Yo MTV Raps is the iconic series loved by those who grew up in the 80s. Now, 33 years after the show first premiered, we are getting the return. It's going to be on Paramount Plus starting on May 24th. Two of the hosts here, right here, Conceited and DJ Diamond Kuts. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me today.
Thanks for having us.
So first question I want to go ahead and ask, the iconic group Salt and Pepper was on the very first episode of Yo MTV Raps. They were on the very last episode of Yo MTV Raps. They are on tour right now with New Kids on the Block. Are we going to see them at all in this incarnation?
Now, in this season, no, not this season, but it is a must. We have to get Salt and Pepper because they are, like you said, they were the first episode and the last episode. So hopefully they can be the first episode on season 2.
Yes, and that'll be epic.
That's what we are going to be campaigning and gunning for. We need them on the premiere of season 2. Nothing else can be done.
Nothing else can be done. But this was a series where you got to see the big name acts, up and comers. I mean, there were so many things involved in that show. Who are you most excited to tease as far as what we're going to see maybe in this first episode?
For me, and I don't know, probably for you too, Con, is definitely Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs is very, very, very entertaining. So he's going to be a fun one to watch for the first episode for sure.
The movie in himself, like you don't even need anything else. You can just sit there, talk to him, and he's going to just paint a whole picture with everything he says. That guy is a full character, and that they could have popped it off with a better first guest.
And plus, he was at Lollapalooza last year in Chicago. So if you caught him there, you definitely want to go ahead and catch this very first episode. When doing research for the show, who were some of the artists that inspired you that were on the previous seasons that you went back and watched as far as like, I can't believe, XYZ were part of this show, or, getting to watch an interview maybe early on in their career?
For me, it definitely got to go with Philly, Will Smith, and Jazzy Jeff. When I seen them on there, I was like, "Oh snap, this is dope!" So definitely, that was one of my favorite shows. When I went back and we was doing our, research and just checking it out. But Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff for me.
For me, it was of course Biggie, Brooklyn. I mean, but even seeing Tupac, like the legendary of the legendary was on that show. Even a non-rapper, Mike Tyson was on there. Eddie Murphy on there. So when I seen all this, I'm like, yo, this is amazing. Like, to see these iconic people, whether it was they got their start there or just, were just popping up to just have fun on set. It was just amazing. So
that Cypher. Remember that last Cypher with Big E and Mary J. Blige? Oh my goodness.
Yes. And speaking of Cyphers, we're gonna have some crazy Cyphers too. So hopefully, we have that was the iconic Cypher, the legendary Cypher, but we are going to have a Cypher for the new generation of hip hop today.
That is amazing. And you just mentioned Mary J., which I want to bring up another point. This halftime show that we had earlier this year, we had all the 90s feels with Dr. Dre, Eminem, Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent, Mary J. And so many people got nostalgic for that music. I mean, someone like me listens to it all the time, so it never went out of style, but like to see those performances on such a big platform was just so amazing. And this is the perfect time for the show to come back because everyone still has those 90s feels to them.
Exactly. So, that's exactly what this show is here to do, because we're just trying to really cater to everybody. So basically, the people who want that nostalgic vibe, we have the legends for you. We have unseen footage that's going to be inserted into these episodes, and we also have for the people who probably never seen Yo MTV Raps, they can be like, okay, so this is what it was like back in the day, but now we're gonna cater to them with all of the new artists.
DJ Diamond Kuts, I do want to ask you, you've played for President Obama. He's from the Chicagoland area. When you've played for him, have there been any Chicago artist that he wanted you to play, or as you were getting ready that he was just like, you got to play the Percolator, Twista, Chance the Rapper, Lupe Fiasco? Like, what's his Chicago music that he asked you for?
You know what? He didn't ask for any specific playlist. I kind of did my own homework, and I was like, okay, let me see some of his favorite songs, and I made sure I incorporated it. But we were in Philly, I think I spun from four times. I spun for him for four times when he was in Philadelphia. So, it still kept it a little Philly and, just a vibe that every generation would appreciate. But it wasn't like a specific playlist or anything that I had to stick with. Yeah.
You had to stick, and I love the smile on your faces every time you've taken a photo with President Obama. Just that happiness that just exudes from your face.
Yo, he is a good guy. When you see him, you're like, whoa, this is Obama. This is crazy. His spirit and everything about him just feels good. It feels like you know him. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like you don't feel scared or anything. He just makes you feel comfortable. Nah, I love that guy.
And then final thing here, really quickly, as far as when the show was announced, did you get a lot of family members and friends as far as like, oh my goodness, this was my favorite memory of the show, or I can't believe you guys are hosting the show and the show's coming back?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we was getting a lot of people, yo, you got to get me on the show.
Yep, there was a lot of that.
None of that. Everybody like, yo, man, you got to get me on. You got to get me on. People, my DMs went from 0 to 100 real quick. It was crazy. I'm like, wow. So, but yeah, we was definitely getting hit up a lot. Because even when I brought it up, when I brought it to her, she said, yo, everybody is just going crazy, just hitting me. I'm like,
yeah.
We cannot wait. May 24th is when the show is going to be dropping on Paramount Plus. Conceited and DJ Diamond Kuts, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you for having us.